investigation. So again, as I've said many times, this is the part of the math that you guys struggle with, is being able to find a number and knowing what you're going to divide or multiply or any of that good stuff. So in today's problem, it says solve a simpler problem, Ethan. So what's going to happen today is there's going to be more numbers than you're probably going to need, and we're going to have to tell which numbers we're going to use here in order to answer these questions. So the first one is, as I've always done, Ethan, get your legs underneath your table. Miguel earns $50 a week. Circle, I'm going to use my red here. Circle the $50 each week. Go ahead and circle it. He spends $10 each week. So I'm going to circle $10 each week. And he saves the remaining amount. How many weeks will it take until he has saved more than $300? So every problem, we always say we need to understand what we have. What facts do we know? We know that Miguel earns how much? $50 each week. But he spends how much? But he spends $10 of it. But he spends $10. Now, this is, what do you need to find? What is it we're going to need to find here? I need to find how long it will take Miguel to save what? $300. $300, Ray says. So now we need to know that. Now it says plan. I can solve the problem by solving a simpler problem. So what it's doing is Miguel saves, how much does he save every week then, really? Lauren? 5. No, he earns 50, but how much does he actually save of it? 40. Yeah, so that's kind of the simpler problem, is that he actually he saves, that's what's left over is 40, right? He has $40 left over. So now we need to figure out, well, how many of those 40s is it going to take to get to $300 is what we're doing. So as you can see, they have already done right here. They took 300 divided by 40. Will 40 go inside of 3? No. Will 40 go inside of 30? No. Will 40 go inside 300? Yes. So that's where you're going to want to, do your estimation. You're going to say, well, I know 4 times 8 is 320. Is that too much? Yes. So that's why they picked a 7 right here. And then 7 times 40 is 280. We subtract it, we're going to get 20. So it appears it's going to take him how many weeks total to reach 300? Ireland. 8. Why did you say 8 for? Yeah, because she said if he only saves for 7 weeks, he's only going to earn $280. That's not enough money. So he's got to do another week, which was a total of 8 weeks. So the answer would be yes, $40 times 8 equals $320. So if he did $40 a week times 8 weeks, he's going to have 320 is greater than 300. So this was the simpler problem right here we had to figure out first in order to get to our answer. Let's go ahead and look at the apply the strategy. Go ahead and look at number 1 on apply the strategy. Oh, I'm sorry. No, wait, sorry. Right here, page 284. Melissa. Melissa estimates that she watched 104 movies. So I'm going to circle 104 movies over the past year. I'm going to underline year because that seems like it might be something I'm going to need. On average, about how many movies does she watch per month? How many months are in a year? 12. Okay, I'm going to put right here 12 months in a year. I'm going to put that number there just because I think maybe we'll need that. I'm not entirely sure. So what facts do we know? Ethan, what do we know? She watched 104 movies. That's a lot of movies. Okay. So we know that she watched 104 movies last year.
How's she dealing with money though?
I hope that she's not going to the theater to watch all those.
Whoa!
All right, so what do we need to find? What do we need to find? Oh, hey Ray, Maddie, what do we need to?
How much does she watch per year or per month?
Per month, yeah. So how many movies per month? That's what we got to find. So we're going to solve it. We're going to plan it by solving a simpler problem. That's our strategy today, solving a simpler problem first. So we need to find how many movies she watches per week, right? Can we do that? Can we figure out how many movies she watches per week by the numbers that they gave us right here and there? Yeah, we can say, well, 104 divided by 52. You can't see that. 104 divided by 52. So we come over here and we write it this way, the long division way. Will 52 go inside of 1? 10? 104?
Yeah.
How many times?
Just two.
Twice. Because I know 52 times 2, and some of you already saw it, is 104. So that's going to be 0. Okay, so it looks like she watches 2 movies. What was that, though? A week, right? Because it was 52. This was the weeks right here, 52 weeks. So she watches 2 movies a week.
$5 Saturday.
$5 Saturday, no kidding. All right, so, or Sundays and Tuesdays, I believe it used to be. Now, that's a week. But does that answer our question? We need to know what? So can anybody tell me what we should do now? We know per week, but how are we going to figure out per month? Brains are moving. Ethan, what do you think? So he says there's 4 weeks in a month. 4 times 2 equals 8, he said. So it looks to me like the answer is going to be she watches 8 movies a month because he said there's 4 weeks in a month. And you times that by 2. Good job, Ethan. Ethan, go get a sucker. Good job. You saw that. Good job. And then it says, isn't it reasonable? Well, you say, well, 8 movies per month times how many months are there in a year? 12. Does anybody know what 8 times 12 is? 96. Is that pretty close to 104? It's pretty close, so yeah, it's a reasonable answer. So she watches about 8 movies a month. Some months she might watch more, some she might watch less. That's a lot of movies, that's all I'm saying. A lot of movies. All right, we're gonna do. First of all, be quiet. Shh. We're gonna move on over to. Where is that page at? Oh, there it is. 286. Turn to 286 for me. 286. At the bottom, it says 286. The reason why we're skipping that is because this one has a little bit different, because this is what I think some of us need to practice on, is determine if there's extra or missing information. Okay, missing or information. That's kind of where some of us, we struggle with that. All right. An aquarium at a pet store has 18 black neon tetrafish in it. A customer buys 12 of those black neon tetrafish at the same time. The store clerk adds 7 more.
So you go do 18 minus 12 plus 7. Oh.
So what is it?
plus 7.
Does everybody agree on that one? Okay, so what are you going to get when you get that, Ray?
13.
13.
I thought it was
Is he right? Now, did we have any information in there that we didn't need?
no.
There's obviously not anything missing, is there?
No.
So it looks like that one's right? So we didn't have to worry about that. So that's the one thing you need to look for is sometimes you may not be able to answer a question because there's not enough information. How about this next one? Colby reads 108 books in 1 year. If he reads the same number of books each month, how many books does he read in 5 months? So we're going to do that problem over here. So what do we know? Colton, what do we know?
They told me read 108 books in 1 year.
He read 108 books
I think we got it.
in a year. And what else do we know? We know something else. What else? Maddie, what else do we know? We don't know that. That's what the question is. But what's right before that? Same number of books, right? So each month is going to be equal, right? So how many months are there in a year? 12. So what's our division problem in?
108 divided by 12.
Colton says 108 divided by 12. This is where you need to know your 9s, right? Or your 12s. Yeah. 12 times 9 is 108. So how many books does he read each month? 9. Is that what it's asking?
No.
So what do we need to do now? Somebody else, don't blurt it out. What do we need to do now? Ireland. And what will that give us? Yeah, we take 9 books a month times 5 months is going to give us 45 books he's going to read in 5 months. It's a lot of books.
That is a lot of books.
They didn't tell if they were small or they're chapters or whatever. Okay, so this one here seems a little. I'm not going to guarantee we're going to divide every problem either. Mr. Reyes baked 4 batches of muffins for his class. Each batch had 12 muffins. If Mr. Reyes has 24 students, how many muffins will each student receive? So where do we start? Laura. So let's see, first of all, what do we know? He made 4 batches. What else? With 12 muffins in each. So you said to do what first? Multiply what? And what do you get when you do that? 48. So that's 48 muffins he has, right? Is that the answer?
No.
That's just how many muffins he made. Now it says he has 24 students in his class. Now what? Holly? Which will give us what? Did she say it? I couldn't hear her. 48 divided by 24. Ray says 2. Yeah, I think if you ate more than 2 muffins, you're probably going to be sick.
Probably gonna be. Oh, yeah, I remember that time.
I thought I couldn't hear you. That's why I went ahead. Okay, the quotient. The quotient of 2 numbers is 20. Their sum is 84. So if I'm going to break this problem down, where am I going to put the quotient? Am I going to put it in which place? 1, 2, or 3? The quotient. Well, we talked about this a long time ago. Brighton. Not in 3. 1. So the quotient is 20. Now their sum is 84. So I have to have a number here, and I have to have a number here that's going to equal 20. What do you think? And their sum is 84. 2 where? Up. Put 84 and 2. Does that equal 20? Because if I add these together, that equals 86. It says the sum is 84. So that's not right. So cancel that out. I shouldn't have written that in pen. What do you think it is, Ray? You got your hand up. You had it up first. 2. No, we can't. You mean you put a 2 in here and 84 out here? No, you can't have the. We're not doing decimals right now. I can't do that. Asher says 80 goes in here and 4 goes out here. Does that work?
Yeah.
If I add these two together, do I get 84? Does 4 go into 80 20 times? So guess what? Our numbers are 80 and 4. Simple as far as just sitting down and saying, hey, I need to really think about that. Last one on this page. Charity and her friend each want to buy a piece of pizza, a drink, and an ice cream cone. Charity has $10 to pay for her and her friend's meal, both of them. Does she have enough money? So what do we got? Someone else? Nah. Somebody raise their hand and tell me, what is going to be our first step into figuring this problem out? Now, I know about 4 or 5 of you really get this. I wasn't good at word problems in school at all. So, Asher Owens, help me out here. Oh, okay. Well, actually, I'm going to have Gavin here. Gavin, you help me out here, right? Where's yours? You say yours was somewhere. Yours is in here. See if you can't find it in here. I think it's right here. Yep. There you go. All right. So Gavin's going to help me since he's back here. So Charity and her friend Gavin each want to buy a piece of pizza, a drink, and an ice cream cone. So what's our first step? Pretend like this is you. You and Asher Owens want to buy a piece of pizza, a drink, and an ice cream cone each.
First, we have to actually have money.
You got to have money. That's the first step, obviously.
$20.
Ray, now what?
You have to go to where they're selling
You
it.
got to go to where they're selling it. That makes sense, yeah. Now what?
I mean, get there, you better hope you have enough money to buy what they have.
Okay, let's not hope. Let's look at the menu there and see. We want one of each of those. So what now? If we bought one of each of those, what's that going to cost? 18? You sure? What's 3 plus 1? No, you're not timesing. What's 3 plus 1?
So, like, I can buy 3 friends.
No, you're just buying it for you and your friend. Yeah, you're just buying for you and your friend. Yeah, so if I bought one of each of these, it's going to be, he said, $6. So Gavin is going to buy for he and his friend. Does he have enough with $10? Because if you and your friend got it, it'd be what? You need $12. So he said no. He would need, how much money would you need?
$12.
Or you need how much more, I should say. You have 10.
$2 more. Wait.
Yeah, 2, yeah. He would need $2 more.
Well, you should bring a $20 bill just in case of tax.
Well, yeah, tax. Lots of places where kids buy, like the pool. You remember the pool when it used to be open?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we didn't reopen next year.
All right. Shh. Now, This page has 2 sides. Be quiet and listen, because I'm not going to repeat it. 2 sides. Now, this side has a lot bigger numbers. This side has a lot smaller numbers. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to split these up. Because we're not going to send home 40 problems for you to do. I know I said that on Friday that we should send home 40 problems with you guys and see what it used to be like when me and Mr. Neff were in school and we had 100 problems for homework for a nighttime and we didn't cry about it. We just went home, ate dinner, turned on The Simpsons and did our homework. Simpsons for me. Until I couldn't watch the show anymore. I wasn't allowed to. They cussed in it. My mom didn't like me watching it. So, girls.
You should watch South Park.
Girls. Shh. Are you listening, girls? Shh. This is for the girls in the classroom only. You girls are going to do, on this side here, even problems only. Okay? Do you know what I mean by even problems only? Somebody raise their hand and tell me what are the even numbers starting with 0. Of course, doesn't count, but Lauren, go ahead. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. So girls, you have 10 problems for homework tonight. 10 problems. Boys, easy way to remember which problems you're going to do today, because this is going to be a 2-day thing. Boys, since you are a little odd, you're going to do the odd numbers. Okay?
You're also odd. You're also odd.
I know I am. Boys,
I know you are.
odd problems only. So, boys, shh, boys, what are the odd numbers? 1, 3, 5, 7. So easy way to remember this, boys. Boys, you're doing this entire column here and this entire column here. Girls, you're doing this entire column here. Mine. So there's your example of what you're doing. So boys, you only need to do these 2 columns. This side here, we'll deal with this whole thing tomorrow. But right now, for your work, I'm going to give you a little bit of time to work on. Those are your problems. Get to it.
Wait, where's your paper?
I'll get it to you.
Yeah, but you're